Thing about 2-year-old stakes is you just never know who you might run into in them. It was a couple years ago. The winner of the White Clay Creek, right about this time of year at Delaware Park, was a horse named Jaywalk. Jaywalk went on to be the champion 2-year-old filly that year, winning the Breeders Cup Juvenile Fillies. Are we going to see another of those? Chances are probably not, but you never know. We got two-year-old stakes on the docket at Delaware Park this coming Saturday. We've got the Dover for the boys, the Blue Hen for the girls. Maybe there's a star in the making. We're going to talk all about that momentarily with Stan Salter. We also got to catch up on some recent things. Autism Awareness Day, Sussex Handicap, bunch of things to do here on Midlantic Racing Today. My name is Frank Vespi. This is Midlantic Racing Today, powered by the Racing Biz, theracingbiz.com. Today's episode, Delaware Park Today, is presented by our friends at Delaware Park Racetrack and Casino. Please like and subscribe. Here's Stan Salter. Hey, Stan, good to see you. Thanks for joining us here on Midlantic Racing Today. Wanted to start, you guys at Delaware Park had Autism Awareness Day the other day. What a cool thing that Delaware has done, embracing a number of autistic young people that have really seemed to grow to love racing.
Yeah, some of our best fans, Matt Halter, Carter Ramey, and Justin Capuano, they all were out here. They did a great job in the paddock doing the interviews and the riders up in the post parade, and it looked like they had a fun day. We had some nice weather and some good racing for it, and yeah, they're heavily involved in racing. Carter and Matt come out here all the time. They're big fans, and Justin works for his dad, Gary Capuano, so it's great to see young people excited about the game, and it was great to see Delaware Park and the Delaware Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association putting on a great day. We had a pretty nice turnout. The handle was pretty good. We had some good racing. We had a nice stake race, so it all worked out well. I was happy to see them all out here having a good time last Saturday.
Yeah, it was cool to see Matt joining you in the paddock. I mean, I interviewed him a couple of years ago, and he was very, like, when I did that, he was very nervous and whatever. So to see him be able to come on camera and participate in that way, it's cool to see how far he's come in a few years.
Yeah, it was a nice day. It was good to see them all out here. We do it every year, and that we raise some good money for autism awareness. The Delaware Autism Chris Grant was out here, and I had a nice interview with her in the winner's circle, and it was a $15,000 check presentation to Delaware Autism. So that's a lot of local community support from horse racing here at Delaware Park, and Bessie Growell with the DTHA. So it's a great thing. One of the best days of the year that we have here every year.
Well, good stuff. Glad you guys did that.
We had some good racing too. How about Michael Mass, our Kentucky Derby winning trainer, winning the feature with understudy Kitty, went off 6-1.
Yeah, I wanted, the funny thing it's a Sussex handicap. It's 7.5 on the turf for Delaware certified. Those races, those 7.5 furlong Delaware certified races, have produced so many surprising results over the last couple of years. That horse paid, I think, about $15. And then the runner up was 30-1, was Babel in there, 30-1. What's going on with all these races? They keep seeming to producing upsets.
I I like Babel in that race. I was live to the whole field in a pick five that started race three on Saturday. I think we had a little carryover for it, but I was alive to the whole field in the Sussex in the pick five, and the pick five to the two Babel, who finished second, was in front turning for home. That pick five was paying $867, so I was rooting on Babel. He ran a big race for Hernan Balon and our racing stable. He's a nice 3-year-old who's just getting good right now. He's found new life on the turf, but it paid okay to understudy Kitty. Yeah, she paid, he, a 5-year-old chestnut gelding by Kitten's Joy out of her Bernardini mare. He paid $15.80 to win. The pick five paid $287, so that wasn't bad. It gave jockey Martin Schwann his second win of the day. Michael Matt's having a strong meet. here at Delaware Park. He was a little slow before the Delaware meet started, but since Delaware started, he's been winning races all the time. He's what now 4 for 14. He's hitting at around 30%. So Matt's having a strong meet here at Delaware. Good to see him win the feature here. These people put a lot of money into the game. The Bentleys of Runnymore Racing,
For sure.
Gregory and Caroline Bentley. They breed a lot of nice horses, so good to see them win a nice local stake race. And this is a nice 5-year-old. He's now a 4-time winner from 14 starts. He's now made around 200,000. He loves it here at Delaware Park. He's now a 3-time winner from 4 starts here at Delaware Park. So yeah, he just got the right kind of trip. Martin Schwann gave him a nice ride, and understudy Kitty loves it here at Delaware Park. So it's good to see those people win a big race. Michael Matz and Runnymore Racing.
Yeah, Matt's got it. He had to be happy when Delaware opened. I don't think he had won a race this year until Delaware, and as you said, now he's winning in bunches.
Yep.
So he's got to be happy that Delaware Park is open and still a couple more months to go.
Yeah, so we had some good payouts there in the Sussex. We have a couple nice 2-year-old stakes this Saturday. The young 2-year-olds take center stage this Saturday. We have 6 boys in the $75,000 Dover for 2-year-olds going 6 furlongs, and then we have 9 2-year-old fillies in the $75,000 Blue Hen going 6 furlongs. Gary Capuano, he's locked and loaded. He has multiple horses in each race. He has the favored in the Blue Hen, the 5 Witten Way, ran big in debut late June here at Delaware. Maiden special weight, stalked the early pace and won going away. Beat Cha Cha Baby in that race, who would come back to win. I got my computer here with my DRF formulator up here, just looking at the that race. Cha Cha Baby came back to win. Cha Cha Baby came back to win. And that Gary Cap trains Cha Cha Baby also. That horse came back to win a maiden special weight at Delaware July 21st by 9 lengths with a 79 Beyer speed figure. And Witten Way put that one away pretty easily. Beat that one by nearly 2 lengths. So this is a nice 2-year-old filly by game winner. This filly is out of Gary Capuano's Foundation broodmare. We were talking about this the other day at the Coffee Sunshine and Horses. Steady and Love's turning out to be a nice broodmare. She was nice. She made 241,000. But the second dam for Witten Way is Slow and Steady. That's the foundation broodmare for Gary Capuano. She's thrown a lot of nice horses, and she's the second dam of Witten Way. Slow and Steady. She was a 4-time winner, made 123,000. Just a nice allowance winner in the Mid Atlantic area. But she's been a solid broodmare, and her daughter Steady and Love, the dam of Witten Way, has turned out to be a nice broodmare. Let me just check the sibling report. Yeah, this Witten Way's a half to It's Hammer Time, multiple stakes winner for Gary Capuano. I think I heard It's Hammer Time. I think he's going to be at stud at Northview Stallion Station. One of Gary's young horses went to stud at Northview Stallion Station. I think it's Hammer Time. He's a 4-year-old now. He was real good as a 2-year-old. It's Hammer Time. He's also half to Pappy's Revenge, who made a bunch of money. Shackled Love, who made a bunch of money. So the 5-year Witten Ways out of a real nice family. That's gonna be my top pick in the Blue Hen.
Yeah, I mean Gary kind of has him over a barrel in this one because I'm guessing Martini with a twist is going to take some money as well. Who took 3 tries to graduate but just did rallying from off the pace. Are you going to single in the Blue Hen, or are you going to look around a little bit more?
I might. The way this filly beat Cha Cha Baby, who came back and won for fun with a 79 Beyer. This filly might jump up and run a high 70, maybe a 80 some Beyer here. The Bug Rider, Emmanuel Rosario, he won 2 on Thursday here at Delaware Park, and he's hitting at around 38% in a positive ROI with Gary Capuano. It's a 9-horse field. You have a bunch of other nice 2-year-olds in there. but I'm not going to take many. If I don't single Wit and Way, I'm not going to take many others. She'll be my main play in there. She's certainly a nice filly. Now Gary doesn't have the favored in the Dover Stakes. The Dover is race 4, and that's going to start. That's going to start the late 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, race 4. The Dover will start the late pick 5. Gary has the one Lucky Seat, who won her second start, a maiden 50 here at Delaware with a 53 Buyer speed figure. He also has Sevens Nitro, a 2-year-old colt by Blofeld, a top sire down there in Maryland. Now this horse won pretty impressively down there at Laurel, June 20th, a maiden 35,000, rallied from off the pace to win by 6 going away. Didn't break very well, broke slow down there, but overcame the slow break and won by 6 going away with a 57 Buyer speed figure. So that horse could be live. It looks like one of the favorites in this race is a colt that's running right back on short rest in about 8 days rest. That's the 5 Snow Hamish, 2-year-old colt by Rock Your World for trainer Jorge Delgado. This horse was a big winner July 31st here at Delaware Park and a maiden 25,000. Stalked the early pace and got in front, turning for home. Let me just click here on the Dover. But this horse won big. Now it was only a maiden 25,000, but the horse got a 71 Buyer speed figure.
You're
And
listening to Frank
just
Vespi
looking up the
and Stan
family here, Snow
Salter
Hamish.
talking Delaware Park
The
on
dam was just
Midlantic
okay. The
Racing
dam was
Today.
1 for 9, made 70,000. So second dam was a 2-time winner, made 165,000. There's a bunch of winning siblings here. There's a half sibling that made 121,000, and that's about it. So there's one good half sibling here for Snow Hamish, but
There's
the,
something in that family though, because the dam is by Into Mischief. So somewhere maybe farther back, there are some runners in that family.
yeah, the dam is by Into Mischief. They paid they got the Into Mischief for 100,000 for this breeding. Dam's out of a Malibu Moon mare. So yeah, he ran big. He ran huge on debut. It was only a maiden 25, but he got a 71 Buyer speed figure. He won by the 8.5 lengths. But he's running back on 8 days rest. I kind of like the 2 Sea Devil, homebred for Hollycrest Farm of New Jersey. 2-year-old gelding by Sea Wizard out of a mare by Looking at Lucky. I like the management of this horse. The horse debuted early June at Monmouth in a maiden special weight, ran a good second that day. And then a month later, ran back on July 5th at Monmouth in a New Jersey bred maiden special weight and won by 4 lengths that day. Went from a 62 to a 69 Buyer speed figure. So an improving 2-year-old, and now he's running back and on a month rest here into the Dover. He's 5-1 morning line, and just looking at his family, his dam was 0 for 4, didn't win. His dam didn't run, and there's not much on the siblings. He's the first foal out of this mare. See that was the first foal out of Rockin' with Lucky. But I like the management of Sea Devil. I think that'll probably be my top pick in there, unless I jump to one of the Gary 2-year-olds. Like I said, Gary has the 1 Lucky Seat 5-1, and the 3 Sevens Nitro 9-5. That horse had a nice win at Laurel. Didn't break very well, but won by 6 down there at Laurel on June 20th.
I'm sorry,
Her,
which horse were you just talking
that,
about? Seventh
that's that.
Nitro.
Yeah, the 3 Sevens Nitro, the 2-year-old colt by Blofeld. Only a 57 Buyer speed figure, but he did it the right way. He's gonna have to overcome his slow break. Hopefully, he breaks better in the Dover. But who do you like in the 6-horse field, Frank?
I think I probably am gonna lean in the direction you're leaning in and look at Sea Devil a little bit. I mean, I think that horse ran well in debut, going 4.5. I like a 2-year-old that passes horses to win, which others have done here too. But a lot of times those 2-year-old races, a horse goes to the front and that's the end of that. And this horse has shown the ability to sit back and make a move, which is nice. Beat a next out winner last time out. Time to Groove came back to win. So I do like. I agree with everything you said about that horse. I like how that horse coming in. Obviously, everything Gary throws out there is live. I'm a little intrigued by the first time starter for Jose Gallegos, the outside horse, Mi Corazoncito. I'm sure I
Yeah,
did
two-year-old by Happy Saver. I was looking up the breeding because this barn's really impressed me this meet. Jose Gallegos
that.
is having a real strong meet. He said that 29%. He has a real big percentage, way over 50% in the money. And this two-year-old has the outside post, couple of recent good gate works here at Delaware. So I like that. He's familiarized himself with the Delaware Park gate crew. Happy Saver, the sire. That was a Todd Pletcher horse by Super Saver. That horse won the Federico Tessio as a 3-year-old in the pandemic year, September
Mm.
of 2020, and then as a 3-year-old
He
went to
won
the
grade one, didn't he?
yeah, went to the Grade One Jockey Club Gold Cup as a 3-year-old, October of the 2020, the pandemic. I remember it well. We had the Preakness in October that year.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bought my first filly ever at the Fasig Tipton Timonium yearling sale. Right after Preakness that year, I was looking for the next Swiss skydiver.
Yeah, that was the thing to look for. That was a heck of a Preakness. Swiss skydiver. Who'd she hook up with?
Authentic.
Authentic. Yeah.
Authentic for Bob Baffert was the heavy favorite. He'd won the Kentucky Derby that year. And yeah, I remember that. I remember that Preakness well. And speaking of Swiss skydiver, the filly that won that year, rest in peace to jockey Robbie Alvarado. Sadly and suddenly passed away at the age of 52, which is frightening. I'm 51. He won the Preakness 2 times. He won it on Curlin. He was a regular rider for Curlin. It was, I believe, a 2-time horse of the year. And then he won the Preakness on the Philly Swiss Skydiver in 2020, and he won a bunch of other big races. Louisiana native, one of the top jockeys in horse racing. He had recently had heart surgery, and they they just showed him in the winner's circle at Saratoga, I believe a few days before he passed away.
Is
So
that right?
I don't know if it was heart complications or what the reason was, but they died way too soon. So rest in
Yeah.
peace to Robbie Alvarado, and we're losing a bunch of great people in horse racing. Of course, Howard Wolfendale a couple months ago. They're having the celebration of life for him the first Wednesday of September. I'll be down there for that. Let me just check the date real quick, and then our man. How about Donnie Barr, our main man, Donnie Barr? Yeah, the Howard Wolfendale Celebration of Life will be the second Wednesday in September, September 9th. But Donnie Barr, another top trainer in
Yeah.
Maryland who trained multiple stakes winners. We lost him, but
Yeah.
that
No.
happens. Not to bring the show down, but back to Happy Saver, the sire here of this Gallegos first time starter. He's a new sire. He stands for 7,500 in Kentucky. He doesn't have a winner yet. He's 0 for 4 with his 2-year-old first time starters. The dam of this horse here, who's by Bull Market.
I don't know who
the,
Bull Market is. Do you?
Bull Market, yeah, we'll look at him up. He's by Holy Bull. The Dam Capitalism at Risk was a runner. She ran 47 times, won 18 races, made 300,000 the hard way. She ran up in New York and then down in Florida, and then she got good later on in life. Somebody claimed her for 15,000, and then she went on a big winning streak and won a stake race. And so she made 300,000. The Damn Bull Market. Let's see, look him up. He was Steve Asmussen horse by Holy Bull. He won 4 races, made how much money he made? 232,000. He was second in the Grade 2 Norfolk at Santa Anita. And that was his claim to fame. But he's by Holy Bull, so they made him a sire. Just looking at the second dam here, stock price by relaunch. The second dam didn't run, but the dam was a runner. Let's see if there's some siblings here. Yeah, there's one sibling now. The best siblings made 96,000 on the turf mostly,
Hmm.
and then there's another one that made 94,000, a 7-time winner. And then one that made 74,000, one that made 55,000. So this those winners she's had a lot of foals that have won. So it wouldn't surprise me. The Galagos barn, they've been very sharp all meet long here with winning a bunch of nice races. They get Wesley Ho to ride. I'm gonna have to use that horse on my pick 5 ticket. I like Sea Devil, the Snow Hamish. I like the Matt's horse. And I like both Gary's horses. So this might be an all race. The Dover might be an all race to kick off the late pick 5. Might go with all 6.
Yeah, I mean the 6-horse there, the Gallegos horse. Yeah, the other interesting thing, and you said the barn's been sharp all meet, and they're putting horses in races where they fit, which is how you win races, which kind of tells you, I think, that they really like this horse a little bit and think she will fit with these sorts, which is it's a pretty good vote of confidence for a barn that's hitting over 20%.
Yeah, he's live. It'll be interesting to see the early betting on me, Corazoncito. Interesting name and some interesting breeding. Happy Saver, a new sire. But we'll see how he does. There's some nice 2-year-olds in both these races. I'm looking forward to it. No turf on Friday. We didn't have any turf on Thursday. I saw the turf guy Thursday morning. He didn't seem very hopeful for turf on Saturday. So I'm predicting no turf Saturday. Well, but I haven't been very good with my weather predictions. But perhaps my best bet of the day is going to be race 7, which is originally carded on the turf 5 furlongs. So if it comes off the turf, it'll be 5 furlongs on the main track. It's a 2 other than allowance condition, optional claiming 32,000. And Gary Capuano, I think, has a mortal lock in that race. The 9, Take a Hen, entered main track only. 6-year-old by Bandbox. He's a 4-time winner at Delaware Park. He's won 8 races overall, 341,000. He just won last out July 11th here at Delaware Park with an 84 Beyer speed figure. So he's razor sharp right now. He gets 116 for the weight with the 7-pound bug. Emmanuel Rosario aboard. Gary Cap hitting at 39% for the meet here at Delaware Park. He's in the top 5 leading trainers. He's hitting at 30% for the whole year. He had one of his best years last year, and he might beat it again this year. But I think the 9, Take a Hen, a main track only horse in race 7. That's probably, if we come off the turf, that'll probably be my best bet of the day.
All right. Well, we're looking forward. You got the 2-year-old stakes, and they lead to 2 more 2-year-old stakes at the end of the meet. So looking forward to those on Saturday. The what are the names of them again? It's the Dover and the Blue Hen. There we go.
Dover and the Blue Hen. Yep.
So looking forward to that fun card coming up Saturday at Delaware Park. Stan Salter, I will let you go, and thanks for visiting.
All right. Good talking with you. Good luck this week, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Thanks to Stan. Thanks most of all to you for watching, listening, and we hope liking and subscribing to Midlantic Racing Today. Midlantic Racing Today is powered by the Racing Biz, theracingbiz.com, and today's episode, Delaware Park Today, was presented by our friends at Delaware Park Racetrack and Casino. We're going to be back with a couple episodes of Midlantic Racing Today next week. Meanwhile, have a great weekend, everybody. This is Frank Vespi wishing you a great weekend. Good luck at the windows if you're wagering. We'll see you in the winner's circle. Take care.